So let's begin, friends. Artist management is very crucial.
Yeah.
It's obvious that there is no artist that can be framed as an entity who wouldn't have a manager. Prince, in your own understanding, how important is artist management? One, what are some of the key roles or responsibilities of artist managers?
Yeah. So topic complex in Balam, but maybe Ninga Kaja. It's a bonino. So, for example, let's take it in a business perspective, because manager most of the time, the business aspect is what they control more. Okay, let's say what you wear. This I don't know. Is it a
Bulls? Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. Okay. So this is just a logo.
Sure.
This is logo. It's not just a logo. Okay. So it is not important if Ning imam good experience with it. It only becomes important when you have a good experience.
True.
Maybe that is why you want to keep wearing it. Okay? Because anytime you wear it, the experience is nice. Okay? Or you want to get something like that because of the experience you have interacting with that brand. So artists are an individual need is not important in a certain way. Experience may create dealing with people, especially fans and different sector players, but they are a brand. So what brand name? Tomorrow we will manage that. Manage more. At artist only. Because I have ego sorole, I have emotions sorole, I have priority sorole, I have responsibility sorole. So now I have a brand new manager in a certain way. Sometimes our ego might come in. Sometimes our ego might come in, then tinyaro again. Or sometimes our responsibility will interfere. So our personality will contradict tinyaro again. Or in another way also, our emotions sinano jele. That is why I pillar media.
That is the manager.
Like your TV. Manager is the remote now. Manager is the one to lobby for businesses, okay, and ensure that they are very good businesses. Artists or career enhance, no.
It's the development and the strategies.
Artists will have to tell a direction tomorrow in the next 5 years. Okay, you have to ensure that your direction is strategically spelled out. Okay, in short term, after achieve then in December, maybe in 3-4 months, you need to have a roadmap to that.
Yeah, that is the creating a plan to achieve success and increase the visibility.
Responsibility. Okay, what type of publishing and distribution deals are music will enhance? It a manager called they negotiate. Because the artist is not always at the table. Another responsibility is Kadun Studio now manager even was studio fund negotiating that studio deal with a responsibility.
Because there is what we call music and there is what is called music business.
So it is the business aspect handle. Okay? If you don't handle it properly, so artisan a brand because it will not create a very good experience with our audience, with the stakeholders, with business partners. So that is where your role comes in as a manager, based on the little that I know, being an artist manager interacting with people.
Nice. In demanding. Now let's return that responsibility and that conversation back to our artists, managers in the Gambia now, countryman. In experience, maybe business or kono. Mbekacha datela nyame wolonko. In the Gambia. Eka artist o jele ayala manager soto. For example, DJs long estila manager o atelon nancho la manager mobe kalon ne ko DJs long ala manager nancho for instance Moses Sulano nancho la e ben nancho kolla ita soto la ye nanchola boy o call ita sotola nanchola manager fang mu yalon ko wala nyanta ka comme ite mum foten wala nyanta ka responsibility ron wo manager fang like gana big after nancho fangoti ni ya call ita sotola mbare ni ya soto be bizirine mbeten ndebe kachani yele la jelto igaliye fan lon prince fang be da be jelto
mina nange wala
molbe kacha tan lol bi de video fana da be jelat hani de ibenta to artist jamala branding tinyata Gambia is because of their managers and management.
Very true.
Sometimes ka artist o jele fanga there is a very important link mu yalon ko mo be link kan pour ke ni wo connect international link because of your management and lack of branding and lack of communication katin na ye fo wo contact ko
wolon to nyati
they say that more than 3 to 4 to 5 artists mudi alonko. I used to be the mediator between them and their team. Pour que sort of pour nier manager dia mo fam problème wala ika artist o nyim calling ne buka abuka pick. Yeah, am manager nyim calling for bata abuka pick. Ite o artist o ni ko ite o brand kan ne. Ite o manager. So artist o nyim na o manager dung wala do ko sam pins ali moli ya
pins nsinaji janin kontiman se dunna communication on yim fannale yalo nga attaque to the Gambia which is important friends. Communication is very important in any work setup. Wala na near communication theorisol GB they have established what we call the spherical order of communication. Wolong fiongoti me yalonko amuru ndamalo communication cycle dol safo akanyin tandila ko ning communication be take place la there are several components melka consider. One, the sender message o kabodame anakata membulu akaboyete me ya the sender ni member atala the receiver communication cycle expertol ka foy ko ning atara country man ye message o sente nga receive ma reply communication has not taken place ning atara country man ye call mala ko walta namandiam it has not taken place hanni atara fan ngela message o jele man feedback established rek among take place isn't it friends what to be communication like a business or nati artist way ba momo zula artist wala ko ka follow world friends that is the first point of engagement because ni artist management for NGB in terms of communication realities or components we have the rules of engagement ni sulata nyantola ibala management wala call or yata phone call ni ata call fa be relate to the manager but B afutata tembe to meng publico bebe complain na kanne ko manager bi jele milana ko wol buka soto no telephone o jandi be soto la ibitala le fo arafat kawu yemuruna kata woto kanana wala sona dafa yewol soto abukatara la rim fenka na manke tubabol quand même for the egocentric vibe in public dealings right you know whatever status considerations whatever anything warona titaka memfo you feel ko you are bigger than that entity be business woman had ibe o menna business o hadul kan aya sabu fana ye artist jama jale jang because ndengo jele fam of recent ndunta consultancy business o do kono me yen kumandije you know bidinta nata as a general consultant woto moy tol be kata ko wala pour ka fota artist o doma imam futa mano yajel son kawol wol be kerinde ndunga feel ko artist dindewol men ko bi wolle minaka nyante kala mutande la nge karandi pour yo ko do long
anin manager fond aliye karandi
mina kan jela to rura because memu yalom bi ite artist wala ka expert ota memu manager ite lom kilianoti manager no expert ota fo wonde ite artist wala responsibility is to get a manager that has all the knowledge to be able to manage you bro amange theory of tending committee right at any whatever vendor area. The fact of the matter is even more than management karana I have faham ayo communication principle or law because we have effectives of what efficient communication there are outline principles expert o lemel landi itala manager me ba natila prior la business o handle when and principle o londani my brother amanke ka ko ibeta la series wala kono ka olong friends kodi nimbe to nyafala nyoy woto ngamira ko artists should go in for people melana ko bi wala yo manager ya nyim faham yedo ko nyin long ya lonko. Communication is an important component. Womani dayato. Isaje inisitano. Woto ni atara farang because of fananka soto le wado do lise manager nati fang me alondo soto. But because of the egocentric reality, right, in terms of dealings America feel ko because nim position o be mbulle bi mbari warole sambala nga dol jira melen koy manager dol so telephone dol fan right hani ini la jokalante diamo tabite tema nyame nga mankul because bi ni tengete call sula diko ngo hello jumalo italam karla manager ha insula kala okay al sula tala munela yaro manke proper communication isn't it? So there are ways and means to communicate, my brother. Manager bolo na nyadile bi fonto la sa finti nga nyo makoy ibe prince la service sigla wala to ibe DJ sa service sigla wala to ani manager ko tangulu pour nga manager dol makoy men be sector ko prince ko di ni non na take ti follow countryman
te follow
imu DJ lati ini manager very interactor so DJ mudine because manager ati sol baka da DJ ko
kay jere do bolo nak
nigga artiste purina freestyle
ndemo DJ promoter you know because ka concert killer with artists and manager fana ka deal you know but sometimes actually inte buka much of bad experience on the manager la communication but most people ka complain yalla fon ka text dol jani voice no de kamil sen yalla you know it's like even me my session I'm having those kind of problems yalla when I was starting it artist will book a song but saying kaji phone like can text can call but I understand that is gambia music business la bonya you know when you start and you struggle but I think as an artist manager wala nek artist manager communication lo nyama artist o so tola artist o travel like you call so if you are not good in communication bro you cannot be a manager and so calling me understand for now much of artists will come more like a manager million ko like ninkare do go kela no na meta nyole yake manager I'm a music who understand ni Mr. X ya call sola fane artist so dia lot of problem kake world wala na manager ni ka manager ni text la fa sola busumbala aka fel okay abula ni na artist so dia because him music go ni understand if you understand your role as a manager ni me understand you could send your own manager there I thought would like given artist who can play them not Prince is sitting but Prince is the only artist manager me alanga road manager so the Prince ni na dia muda la fa sola no Hussein agree in the terms aka fanyalo ko now I leave you with the level you need to pack le do ko naka nyoje time mena when it's time to deal with the money because he's good in communication and intend daga minge ngakele I am push ala road manager so no like everything big until the show day artists need to bring people that understand music niye mo fene mo ka mo likely I can support it fine I do ko na tema but niya ke manager let's be honest here 60% of all our artists ga jamal la kila manager
I think that's a good comment.
Na startle America loyani ninga countryman feta kete na manager ti ultimate ba fu ngojela okay tel na ndo ko be ga fala ta manager bonde band it's even disturbing our music artist ko kudo ke ni proper manager soto ne ta kala
donc discussion bi je me bante passive or nominal managers mele alonko itol bi jele don lo jang ninga memfo yake ning koy si ning koy taita waya sabu decision o mantra manager bulu de abe artist le bulu this is why the PR issue right regarding attack la mistake diamo jama soton ditaji manager la responsibility is to set up a management ni not as the head o management o kono PR be wala but sila nite manager soto me anonka manke proactive and functional manager ti there will be deficiency things are not right
yes.
Na wala je artist jamala ko
wala na la fanyi question ni ngara ko nigo artist role manager role in the career of an artist you should also ask who is qualified to be a manager.
Good vibe.
It's very important.
Good.
Okay. And how are artists in the Gambia
taking their managers role to themselves?
Sure.
How do they give out the
Managers'
roles,
roles, yeah.
okay,
Sure.
to people? So what is very important, we need to ask about that. Now,
D-Jobs, 1 minute. Welcome, Selikan's restaurant. I table organized follow. To all the viewers, give us 5 seconds or 30 seconds to set up our table with Selikan.
Ya jele wala ne SR ngoy ko ni be feminist so nyinin da itambita Seydi Kan la itaje la yala memmu moome yalon ko passionate musol la ko imaja ultimate queen jambaran se itade imaja ultimate queen consider control membe set ko tol damante SR yama SR is very humanitarian ngati fanam fode restaurant tiol siata bari membe ko Seydi Kan restaurant o man siade nin sunkaro sita nyin kamani botol nin sukuru botol nin jaba botol nin pompiter botol men di asiyata de konti man moy tonya fo ni ala oto bi amanke ka fontol men be sintol men damma be sesono de rura ya jele ni mit pay men be larin teng ni ado mo nyin suuta manjari sama e da sama ibe wulal do yela Seydi Kan ikono faari mo bita fo konton ngam fo nyamburu sama ni ala de nano kate wuli no la ngam fo nyamburu sama la ni mit pay Seydi Kan restaurant ebe fanam menga ba pa
They give out managerial roles.
ni manager role for Adisola career. Sinin garo mona security manager. Okay. Ani Gambia jam Adisola ni manager la do ko Adisola ka manager haya nyadi la. Okay. So ni will be jube. That is where the problem of lack of communication comes in. Okay. Because okay, ni jube in real music world, Prince is not qualified to be a manager. In a real music world, because one, Apollo Tamu, two, a connection to okay. A manager, Apollo ni connection of Kumaya Bari. Okay. Because one thing, Nemo Kodo Soro, ever Adisolo Kodo, it could. Nemo connection Soro, it Adisola carrying that impact. Okay. So in the Gambia, for example, now instead of manager, okay, but in the music, this is why I always come back to issues of copyright, okay. The music is not paying the artist enough to appoint me on full time, okay. So I'm an artist or do okay as a manager, but I'm also doing my own job, okay. I have a day job from 9 to 5, for example, that I do. Okay, maybe from Mukapendal, Katana Carpentry or so on. They can call waterman for additional business or what I want to be busy in Marto. So men understand at that time. So men understand. Okay, when in reality, okay, well, manager in a certain way, music is not paying them enough. Who if the film you focus music that matter. So they have to do it alongside other side processes as well. So it's important. But also, okay, we manager fana, any artist you better can okay, come jobs to so J is also very important. So it capacity to artist you manager. In our do just because you're friend now. So okay, so it it's a priority. And it is a priority. It's a priority. Yeah, Molbenia and the Lura because Lura is the biggest artist. So it's a Lura connection that gives you hype in life. Because that is what keeps you there. Okay? So that is what you safeguard. Okay? Okay? And also because you don't understand issues as well, it will Lura advise Nora as to what to do and what not to do. Okay, because Nini it against that Lura Sita Kajano. Now the Kajano model Nala. Okay, Adite Katla Lura or Kumari. Okay, because that's what gives you the life that you want to live. You want to be in the spotlight. And being in the spotlight means you have to be close to Lura. Okay, and because there is no capacity, the only way you can stay close to Lura is to be his son.
And that's how many people managers operate here in the Gambia.
Mbeje minaji friends yedula do fo mbe de dispute la domandi wala ndiko you need a potential figure or reality to be a manager. Here I would mean your financial strength. Isade kodol bije sewol keno, you need to have money. Tumando connection auto mbeson na wala le, but a monitor media dispute la. Okay, I mean I don't think you would need that, you know, to an extent, because artist duty is to pay you. But again, artist of Fatambe ijola income menka. You understand? Ni atara the income stream of the artists amansia come because royalties are not being paid, investments are not plenty, endorsement deals are not the case. As a colleague appro anyante jola kodome na jola. Yo bari yalo ni ajibe in the world of economy ite onatela as justification to your deficiency. Ko nyanta ko kodome son na artist obul nyade masoto ni income stream so le mansia. But again, that artist is making millions, you know, from venues. Yalong ite to jibe la hanni atrete jibe along ko ite fana nim publico membe nyobulu ibadi ngol membe bala ye musol nin dingol men soto. The expectations are always high. Ye nyene jeje ko ite fana nyanta fen soto la kaboto yana tan wala na ne copyright fana jibe we have performance based copyright and mechanical copyright. If you look at the pool force of that artist, and then the reflect later manager can for the tonya. So ni atara coming on tonyati tumando manager la kodo soto that is irrelevant. We may have different views regarding it, but by virtue of expertise, right? Among need pruntenga kodo soto. For ni atara ibekela ko Jude Injis Okoye, P Square's former manager, because Ayala Korolebondi to invest on P Square.
Yeah, so now you become an executive producer now, okay? Because the reason why I bring in money is, okay, in a structured industry where music business is the priority. Ning imong kodo sodo the artist of Marano. Okay, if you are like Frings, you cannot manage an artist.
I disagree.
Because the reason is artists on in a career about stage flood.
I disagree.
Stage follow is about that up and coming Franco to come to the average Franco. Okay, he needs money, he needs connection to get to that place. So now for that is where the money starts coming in. Okay, in that situation, maybe Abajala Loko, okay, I don't need a wealthy manager in this situation because now the revenue stream is getting bigger. Okay, my music is paying me. I can bring in somebody I can pay for myself. Okay, if that is the situation where you see artists bringing in their relatives, like Burna Boy bringing his mother to be the manager, because now, okay, the executive producers now have moved you from a level to come to another level where the revenue stream is getting bigger and you need to be in total control of the revenue. So you bring in your mother to be, or Messi will bring in his father to be his agent, because now there is a big revenue stream. Okay, that revenue needs to be managed and it needs to stay with Messi. He can only trust someone whom he believes has the capacity, but now could use the money